All right, welcome in Leo and Leo placements. All right, so we're going to see what your message is from Spirit for May of 2026. And this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Okay, so we're going to see what your message is from Spirit for the month here. What we're going to do is we're going to get 3 oracle cards for the overall vibe for the month, and then we will get an overall energy, a challenge, and a focus area for you. Okay. All right. So let's see what we have going on for you, Leo. All right. I don't know what my camera's doing. I apologize. It keeps going dark. Hopefully that stops doing that. Okay. So Spirit, what is the overall vibe for Leo for the month of May 2026? What can you tell us? 3 cards, please. Okay. First card, we have Divine Feminine. So we have leader, strong intuition, empathic heart, healer to others. Okay. And I do know that Leos in general are very strong leaders. But this could be also something to do with another person as well. So we'll have to see. Anything else? 2 other cards, Spirit, please, for the overall vibe for May for Leo. Let's see. Okay. We have secrets, exposure, being judged, hiding truth. And 1 more card, please, Spirit, for the overall, okay? Overall vibe here. We've got terms, working out, negotiating with you, and begging. All right. So while I'm shuffling my tarot cards here, just looking at this, I feel like the Divine Feminine card is the card about you. Okay, definitely. You're definitely in your heart, you're a leader, whether you are an actual leader and identify as being a leader in, your life. I feel that you're a natural born leader. Okay. So whether you do that in, your everyday life or not, you are a leader. Okay. You might have a life path 1 number, which is, for a leadership. You also might identify with having a strong intuition. You might feel that you're very empathic, so you feel others' emotions, and you might feel like you're a healer. Okay. So, it's possible that, you just spiritually feel like a healer, that you have a healing touch, you have a healing voice, or just a healing aura or presence around you. Your energy is real healing. Some of you might be in healthcare as well. Okay. So you might do something like as a service to others. Okay. Maybe social work, something like that. But there is something to do with secrets here with maybe with you or someone else, but it looks like someone here is maybe trying to work things out with you. So we're going to see what's going on here. Okay. Okay. All right, Spirit. 1 card, please, for Leo and Leo placements as the overall energy for May of 2026, please. 1 card. Okay. We've got the 3 of Wands for the overall energy. Okay. And the challenge, please. 1 card for Leo and Leo placements. Okay. We have the 5 of Pentacles as the challenge. And the focus, please, Spirit. Oh. Okay. I thought I had another card flip over. Okay. All right. So the focus is the Devil. Okay. And then for the initial pull here, I look at 3 cards that are under the deck here. Under the deck, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Sun. Okay. So this, the Sun is your energy there, as you know. Okay. So before we start clarifying, looking at these cards that came out, I feel that maybe you're looking toward the future here. Okay, there's something that you might be waiting on, whether it's a person, place, or maybe situation. Okay, maybe you've been manifesting and you've been waiting for your manifestations to come in. Okay, but there's something here about the future. It could be that maybe there's something at a distance or someone at a distance from you as well with the Three of Wands. Okay. With the challenge, we have the Five of Pentacles. So, the Five of Pentacles basically talks about, a state of lack. It could be feeling left out or left out in the cold here. Okay. And then we have the Devil as the focus. And so there could be unspoken fears. There could be wounding that needs healing, toxicities involved with maybe a person or a situation. Okay. And with it being in the focus, it could be that maybe this is something that's being overlooked. Okay. That could be something as part of the secrets here because someone does not want these to be exposed. It's something that they might feel like they're going to be judged about. So, they don't want it talked about. Okay. With the Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Sun under the deck here, I feel that, again, with the terms card here, with the Three of Pentacles, someone, does want to work things out with you. Okay. And I feel like this person is coming your way. Okay. I feel like with the Chariot, they're coming your way and they're coming to shed light on something with the Sun. Okay. They're bringing some kind of information to you. That might be what you've been waiting for with the Three of Wands. Like maybe you intuitively, it says strong intuition here on this Divine Feminine card. You intuitively might know and feel that this person is coming. Okay. So, all right, let's get into it here. All right. So we'll see about clarifying these and see what else we need to know for you for May. Okay. So let's cut the deck. Sometimes I'm guided to cut the deck, sometimes I'm not. All right. All right, Spirit. 3 cards, please, to clarify the Three of Wands for Leo for the month of May 2026, please. 3 cards. I apologize if my shuffling is loud. Hopefully not. I don't always use a mic, but I am today, so. Okay. We have Death. We have the Four of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Swords. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. All right. And actually, it just moved. And under that is the Seven of Swords. Okay. So it wanted me to see that. I don't always look at past the initial card here on the bottom for these 3, but it moved and it wanted me to see that. So there is something in your life that's come to an end, okay, with death. So there's something, either a connection, situation, something here that came to an end, okay? I feel like with death, this situation was meant to transform all parties involved, okay? And sometimes, with death, it is possible that after an ending, both parties are able to come back together and transform the connection. Okay. So there was definitely an ending here of some sort. Okay. This could have been something that maybe you've been holding on to for a while with the Four of Pentacles. Okay. It is possible that even though something ended with this person or, ended within this situation, whatever it is for you, that maybe you were just struggling to let it go, okay, and move on. With the Page of Swords, you might most likely are looking for information. Okay, so there's obviously something here about information that's been withheld. Okay, we have the Secrets card here. We've got the Page of Swords. We also have the Seven of Swords under the deck here. So, there were lies involved here, deceit, betrayal, deception. Somebody here was possibly playing mind games and manipulating. Okay, and they wanted to win at all costs here. Okay, so I feel with the Page of Swords, you are wanting some information. Okay, I feel like it is possible that maybe this person has secrets that they didn't want to be revealed. That is possible, but we'll have to see what comes out. Because with the devil can be about fear. It could be about, secrets, toxic secrets, things like that. Okay, but yeah, I feel like this was definitely a toxic situation for you, unfortunately. Okay. Spirit, please clarify the Five of Pentacles with 3 cards for us for Leo. 3 cards for Leo here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we've got the Four of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Swords. On the bottom of the deck, we've got Temperance for the challenge. Okay, so as far as the challenge being the Five of Pentacles, okay, like I said earlier, you feel left out in the cold here. You might feel like you're in a state of lack, possibly because of whatever this situation is for you. Okay, whatever this is, it might have impacted you as far as like your home or stability as far as a home. If this was a connection that maybe you were in a like romantic connection with whoever this person is or was, it's obviously impacted that as well. Okay, with the Four of Wands, with the Hanged Man, you've been in a state of kind of stagnancy, okay, because of whatever this is. And I feel like it has to do with, maybe for some of you at least, that you're having a difficult time moving on because you don't have the full story. You don't have closure. You don't have the information that is needed so that you can move on. Okay. I feel like this period of stagnancy that you're feeling, it's obviously meant to give you a different perspective on things. Maybe you've been kind of going within and seeing how it's affected you in one way or another. Maybe it's allowed you to kind of see things from this other person's point of view as well. Okay. With the Six of Swords here, I feel like, really all you want to do is just move on to calmer waters. And for the reasons I just mentioned, not having closure, possibly, not being able to let go of the situation, needing that information to not be in this energy, not feel left out. I feel like you're having a difficult time moving on to calmer waters because of all of this. Okay. And really, all you really want is balance in your life with Temperance. Okay. You want that sense of balance, peace. You just want peace back in your life, basically. I feel like this person shook things up for you, for sure. Okay. So that's what we have for the challenge there. Spirit, what can you tell us about the devil here? 3 cards to clarify the devil, please. Okay. So we have the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. On the bottom of the deck, again, we have the Three of Pentacles. All right. So as far as the focus being the devil here, like I said, that sense of toxicity, possible wounding, addiction. I mean, there are so many different things that are associated with the devil. I'm not surprised to see the Seven of Swords pop out again. We had this pop out earlier. So there was definite deceit here, betrayal, lies. I feel like with the devil being the focus, Spirit wants you to kind of take what you learned with the Hanged Man. If you've been able to kind of take yourself out of this situation and see it from this other person's, not point of view, but see it from an external lens, basically, to try to understand and figure out why this person is acting in this devil energy. Okay. There's obviously reasons for this behavior. Okay. But if, obviously, like I said, there were lies, deceit, betrayal, backstabbing, okay, that's gone on here. And it stems from something for this person to be in devil energy, okay, or this situation, whatever it is for you. Okay. So obviously, there's a reason for this. It's not because of you, it's this person. Okay. I feel like this person, male or female, doesn't matter the gender, kind of caused you to be more in like swords energy and kind of get yourself out of, your normal behavior, your normal personality. And they kind of turned you cold. Okay. This person has kind of turned you into someone possibly where you needed to take your sword out and cut this person off because of the toxicity that was involved, and you just could not take it any longer, is what I'm feeling. Okay. Now this person could have also acted that way toward you. Take it as it resonates and flip it if needed. But with the wheel here, I feel that, this person is coming back. Okay. So with the Three of Wands, I feel like you're waiting for this, and I feel like they are coming. Okay. Um, there is a possibility here that you can change this situation with this person. Change is possible. All right. Um, and it could be that it's possible that this person has learned from this situation, and by you being in swords energy and kind of cutting them off, I feel like this person wasn't expecting that. Okay. And so this person, they might they might actually be going within, and they want, possibly want to talk to you about some of these secrets. Possibly, I don't have any cards that indicate that, but that is a possibility here. Okay. I do know that that is the overall energy. That part of that is that, you are wanting clarity, you want information. Okay. But there is the potential here that you can work together and work this out with the Three of Pentacles. Okay. We do have that on this card as well, this terms card here. So there is the potential of working things out with this person. I feel like Spirit does want you to remain in the Queen of Swords energy. Okay. Whenever this person does come in. So even if you do have love for this person, which I feel like a lot of you do have, a sense of emotion for this person, stay in this Queen of Swords energy, because you need to kind of shut off your heart chakra right now and be more logical and rational here with this person. Okay. Because it is possible that this person might pull on your heartstrings. This person knows that you are empathic, and they know that you have a healing presence. And so I feel like, this person could be using that against you. Okay, that might not resonate for all of you, but for some of you that might. Okay? So change is possible, and it is possible that you can work things out with this person. This person does need to talk with you about whatever these secrets are, though. And they need to expose whatever truth this is without fear of being judged. Okay? The thing is, I just have a feeling that with you being this divine feminine here, that you wouldn't judge this person. You just want them to be authentic. Okay? So you just want the truth. You just want honesty and authenticity here. You're not looking for dramatic, change or anything like that. But there is the potential to change this situation. Okay. Um, Hopefully, it's possible that maybe this person will tell you a secret from their childhood that has affected them and caused them to be in this devil energy. Okay. And, it's just something that they've hidden from the world, basically, all of their life. But it's affected your connection here. Okay. Yeah. So keep an open mind. I do feel like this person, whoever it is for you, they are coming back. And yeah, hopefully you'll get some clarity here in the month of May. Okay. All right. Well, Leo and Leo placements, I hope this reading helped and brought you some clarity and insight. If it resonated, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take care and namaste.